parents, we are at week 7. I usually do my video before we have class on a Monday, but today I am late. So you can see my board has been, the kids like to put an X through it as we finish each subject on a Monday, but it also gives me the opportunity to tell you what we actually did in class. I will start with the timeline, and the timeline starts with Jesus the Messiah. So we make the nail marks in our hands. Jesus the Messiah. Pentecost and the early church. Persecution, and you're going to step back, spreads the gospel. Herod's temple destroyed by Titus. Diocletian divides the Roman Empire. Constantine legalizes Christianity. India's Gupta dynasty. And that is week 7 timeline. I'm going to go straight into Latin. For Latin, we are having a new one, and it's first conjugation endings, present perfect tense. And it is isti, it, imus, istus, errant. First conjugations, present perfect tense. So for isti, it, imus, like we showed, like moose ears. Imus, istus, errand, like I'm running an errand. That is how the pronunciation sounds. Listen to that song, let them sing it over and over again. And we will go through it again next week. The kids had their little finger puppets for isti, it, imus, istus, errand, to show singular and plural. And then for science, it was what are 5 kinds of stars. And I did do a song, the song Lean on Me. Our class don't really like songs. I add it sometimes, but usually they just like to do motions, and then they do like the history songs and the math songs because it is CC songs. It is produced by CC. It's on their apps, it's on their things. So use those. If CC has a song for something, use it. If you use other songs, it is optional. They can choose if they like it. So, what are 5 kinds of stars? 5 kinds of stars are giants, dwarfs, variables, and then there are novas and also neutrons. So, giants is big, dwarfs are small, variables is different, and then we said novas and neutrons. This is an N sign language and another N, so novas and neutrons. So for geography, the kids, we have the peninsulas, European peninsulas, and I like to start at a certain point in a map. So Scandinavian Peninsula, Iberian Peninsula, Apennine Peninsula, and the Balkan Peninsula. So the first letter of all of those is S-I-A-B. S-I-A-B. So I asked the kids, and they come up with a sentence for it. And so they made up the sentence, Sam is a boy. So Sam, Scandinavian, is Iberian Peninsula, Apennine Peninsula, Balkan Peninsula for boy. Go over those maps. Keep on practicing blob mapping too. If you don't do blob mapping, I encourage you to do so. It is going to help your student as they move on through the higher grades. I actually spoke to a challenged director this morning, and she talked about how it helps so much if the kids works on their blob mapping. So continue to work on blob mapping. For math, we used the science experiment. We had 2 balls for the 2 bigger planets, and so because we can't use the math wheels anymore. We have 2 tables with 4 kids each, and we have them pass the ball as they sing the song over and over again. I left it on the board. The song is on Yankee Doodle: 13, 26, 39, 52, and 65, 78, 91, 104, 117, 130, 143, 156, 169. So if you have more than one student, let them pass a ball or let them do something while they do the math, and just sing that song over and over again until it's stuck in their mind. Possessive adjectives. Last week we added it is for the possessive pronoun, so we can say in our head. We don't say it is, we say in our head, it is mine, it is yours. So for the possessive adjectives this week, so they don't get confused, we've added jacket at the end of the sentence. So it's my jacket, your jacket, her jacket, his jacket, its jacket. Our jackets, your jacket, and their jacket. Make sure your kids, I heard a lot of kids add the S like theirs, like the possessive pronouns. Make sure that they make the distinction between possessive pronouns and possessive adjective. This one doesn't have the S. I add jacket towards the end, where I say my jacket. Where last week was possessive pronoun. It is mine. There is no jacket at the end. And then for history is our last one. It's tell me about the Reformation. The Reformation comes at week 14 in the timeline, and we said in 1517 Martin Luther began the Protestant Reformation. This is what we do in the timeline for Protestant Reformation, by printing the 95 theses that made Pope, we've used this for Pope, Leo the 10th, excommunicate him. Later, Calvin joined the Reformation. We sang the song in class. History always has a song, so go over those songs. We usually sing the song. I will go through it with them and explain the motions. We'll sing it with the song. We'll listen to the song once, sing it with the song, and then when I ask them each, I will stand in front of the board and I will help them say it like that. I'll say, tell me about the Reformation. In 1517, who? And I have to say, Martin Luther joined the what? The Protestant Reformation. Good. What did he do? By printing the what? And they'll say 95 theses. So I encourage them. I'll ask them questions until they have those words in, and then just practice the song. It helps them if you ask the who, what questions to remember it and do the motions. So it correlates for them in their mind with the timeline. In science, we did the constellations, the solar system outside. It was really fun. We will do a little bit more about that inside next week. And for tin whistle, we just started. The kids did great. Most of them has had it last year, so it wasn't as brutal as what I thought. The kids really like it, so it goes. It's going well. I will say in the email, in your guide, where does tin whistle start? There's lots of kids that wants to practice it. I had printouts for them, but you have it in your guide, so that they can practice. Mary had a little lamb, or just the finger coats scale. And that is it for week 7, parents. I'll see you in week 8. Bye.